Take a listen to this. Since 2013, the MIT Sloan Sports Analytics Conference, they've given an award for the best transaction in sports. An NFL transaction, gentlemen, has never won the award for best sports transaction of the year. Yes, that is until this year. The Cardinals' acquisition of all-pro receiver Deandre Hopkins was deemed the best transaction of the year in all of sports, as voted upon by the Sloan Sports Conference Board of Directors. I will quickly say, far be it for me, a mere state school Midwesterner, to come for these MIT cats, but have you ever heard of Stefan Diggs to the Bills, getting them to the playoffs for the first time in 25 years, leading the league in catches and yards, completely changing the offense and the game and helping Josh Allen? Is that not?
How you like them apples?
They went to the playoffs. The Cardinals didn't. I'm just saying, but I digress. Anyway, the Hopkins deal may very well have been. We'll hear from you guys what you guys think, whether or not it was the best transaction of the entire year in all of sports. How does it rank all time, Bill? Let's broaden this thing out. What was the greatest NFL transaction in league history, Shrigs?
Okay, they are paying Deandre Hopkins $27 million to play wide receiver on a team that didn't make the playoffs. Of course, it's the greatest.
Let's go. I don't know about this, MIT.
Well, yeah, Sloan, Nerdapalooza, they call it.
Houston Texans.
Just saying.
Have that printed up.
Yeah, hey, that's all I'm saying. Drew Brees. Drew Brees was signed by the Saints.
Great one.
And he took a franchise that's been, for years, a punchline in the NFL to one of the best over the course of 2 decades. We know the story. He was in San Diego. They drafted Phillip Rivers, has a shoulder injury in the final game of a regular season where they say, okay, you're not able to throw a football. Goes and visits with the Miami Dolphins. Nick Saban wanted him to be the quarterback. The trainer said you can't sign this guy in good faith. There was one team left, and there was one team that no one wanted to play for. It was the Saints. It was a match made in heaven. Sean Payton signs Drew Brees. The rest is history. You know, before Drew Brees got there, and then after Drew Brees got there, the numbers are astounding. This is over the course of 50 years, 7 winning seasons, 9 in the 14 seasons he played for them. Of course, the only Super Bowl title to ever come to New Orleans. Drew Brees, to me, is not only the greatest free agent acquisition of all time, but maybe the greatest acquisition in NFL history. It's no DeAndre Hopkins to the Cardinals, but, you know, when you get an 8-8 team and a wide receiver making close to $30 million, MIT, we have to do flips.
See, I thought the greatest trade was on NFL Network when Peter traded the East River for the Hudson. I thought that was really good, though. It's okay. Beautiful views of the Allegheny here from Manhattan. January 2000, Bill Belichick's going to become head coach of the Jets. As we know, he resigned, writing it on a napkin and everything. That's great. He's going to... But then, hold on. Then it's announced he's going to succeed Pete Carroll as the head coach of the Patriots. It's done. Bill Parcells and the Jets say, hold on a second. We still have him under contract. They go to Paul Tagliabue, the commissioner, and say, we need compensation for this. The commissioner agrees. The Patriots pay the Jets in a first-round draft pick for the right to have Bill Belichick as their head coach. They traded a first-rounder for Belichick. Is that not the greatest trade of all time? As it would turn out, they didn't really need that first-round pick because the 2000 draft was coming up, and they did really well in that, especially late. So the Brady thing maybe doesn't even happen if the Pats don't first trade a first-round pick for Belichick. That's my clubhouse leader. What say you, Sean?
It's phenomenal, and to think it all centered around a napkin.
Yes.
Look, I think Super Bowls are definitely a big part of any transaction, and you know, you look at the Green Bay Packers. Their nickname was Title Town for a long time, and then they kind of fell off. And when Reggie White signed to go play with the Green Bay Packers, Ron Wolf said, man, this is going to open and change everything. And it certainly did. Reggie White, God told Reggie to go to Green Bay. He didn't know anything about Green Bay, but God told him to go there, and that right there ruined Max Lane's career, I think. Right there, that video, that hump move.
That's the Jordan from the
Watch him do this to Larry Allen.
Larry Allen's
strongest man in history.
That right there, that might be one of the greatest moves.
Jason Garrett, a quarterback.
Not the strongest man.
But Reggie White goes, you know, 31 years old, goes to Green Bay. They make the playoffs every single year. They ended up winning Super Bowl 31, as we're seeing right here against the Patriots. But I think when you look at what Reggie White brought to Green Bay, not just that trophy, not just the title, but he made it a destination again. And, you know, Brett Favre joined him there. All of a sudden, other players started coming. They wanted to join Reggie. And, you know, now, obviously, it's a place where players love to go because it's kind of a sanctuary. You know, you don't get booed in Lambeau Field. I remember when we won the NFC Championship game there, their fans were patting us on the back on the way out saying, good luck in the Super Bowl.
They were?
Good effort. The stadium's in the middle of a neighborhood. It's the most unbelievable drive-in. And playing for the Green Bay Packers.
You show up in all your Bears gear. They're like, do you want to park on our lawn? Would you like a bratwurst? How do you take your... I'm like, what?
Right. You want a lid for that?
So nice. What? It's amazing. Was that Jason Garrett footage? I missed that.
It was Jason Garrett filling in
Starting for the
Troy
Cowboys,
Aikman.
Won a couple games, too.